maintenance, to repair the guardrails, to clean the road, of course the grass cutting, but in addition to that, we provide some emergency services, such as ambulance. We have also a dedicated fire truck, patrollers also that are driving on the expressway 24/7.
They're currently there?
Yes, they are already there in order to guarantee also a maximum of security and safety for the drivers.
So are those the benefits that the road user that's going to be paying these fees is getting, or is there more?
There are more than that. Actually, we are going to deliver some improvement works, such as lighting. So we plan to lit in the coming months the entire stretch. We plan also to install some additional road safety equipment, road sign also, road markings. So that's part of and overloaded also systems in order to prevent overloaded trucks to drive and to destroy the pavement.
Rebecca, tell us about these toll fees. Most Ugandans are concerned that this road is expensive enough. It was partly financed by a loan, which obviously we still have to pay, and here we are having to pay the tolling fees.
Okay, thank you, Rhoda, for that. It's important for us to understand two things. First of all, road infrastructure is really expensive, and because it's not just the cost of constructing the road, but also maintaining it. If you don't maintain the road, it won't last for as long as you design it to last for. So that's something that's really important. And all over the world, traditionally, governments fund roads through taxes and also through loans, which is what we've been doing traditionally. But the loans and the taxes go into the consolidated fund, remember, and there are other competing priorities. You know, there's health, there's water, there's so many other things that government needs to provide for. So how do we ensure that we provide road services and we dedicate maintenance fees and we dedicate, maintenance on the roads to ensure that our roads last longer? So tolling is an alternative. It's not just in Uganda, we didn't invent it. Yes. All over the world they toll roads. So tolling is an alternative.
New in Uganda.
It's not, it's new in Uganda, that's true. But it's an alternative for us to be able to raise funds so that the government is able to provide high quality roads at a higher level of service. Now, I've had people say that these roads are expensive, they are for rich people. But if you see the roads that we are bringing now, Northern Bypass, KAMPALA-ENTEBBE Expressway, flyover, these are high capacity roads that are going to help decongest the city and remove some of the, the traffic that creates congestion within the city. So that's why we do have tolling.
Tell us more about the structure. We see that motorcycles are going to pay about 3,000. Different vehicles have been assigned different fees structure.
Yes. So first of all, with tolling, it's the user pay principle. So basically the people who are using the road are going to pay for it. But also the ones who damage the road the most should pay more than those who don't cause us. The heavier the vehicle and the more axles that you have, the more fees you should pay. It's only fair. It's only fair. And so we have 4 categories, and these are spelled out in the Roads Act.
Yes.
Class 1 are the motorcycles above 400 cc's. Unfortunately, we don't allow borders on the expressway because they are not able to attain the speeds that we need, and there will be a safety hazard. So if you have the big heavy, the bikes, the big heavy bikes, those will be allowed to use the expressway. They'll pay 3,000. The light vehicles, which is what most of us drive, will pay 5,000. The medium vehicles, 2 to 3 axles, medium vehicles will pay 10,000. And then we have the heavy goods vehicles in category 4, but we've further split that into 2 different lots. The heavier ones, which have greater than 6 axles, will pay 18,000. And then the lighter ones with 5 to 6 axles will pay 15,000. So that's the basic structure.
Is this on a daily basis?
Yes, so when you enter the expressway, you enter through a toll gate, and that's when you pay the fees. So you could enter at Busega, at Kajansi, or Mpala. Every time you enter, you pay the toll fees. And so it's not on a daily basis, it's per trip. A trip is every time you enter and, obviously exit the expressway.
So you've mentioned these prices. Naturally, as a Ugandan, where is the discount? Maybe Lawrence, you could answer that.
Yes.
Are there discounts?
Yes.
Who is exempted to pay?
Okay.
Yes.
So in terms of exemptions, the Road Act 2019 is crystal clear. Only the emergency vehicles and the presidential convoy are exempted. So the emergency vehicles are the ambulances and the fire truck. So that's the only vehicles that would be fully exempted, you know, and to pass on the expressway freely. Otherwise, all the other vehicles will have to stop and to pay.
Even the MPs.
Even the MPs, even the VIPs, even the VVVVIPs.
Yes.
Yes, everybody will have to stop and to pay. That's the instructions that we receive, that are part of our mandate, it's part of our mission. And it's, again, we do it on behalf of the government of Uganda. So it's really for the benefit of the whole country that we will apply this crystal clear policy.
Rebecca,
sorry, no, just to come back on the
yes.
discount schemes,
yes.
To answer your second question, yes, there will be some very incentive discount schemes. A Class 2 vehicle, which is a normal car, as mentioned by Rebecca,
5,000 shillings.
5,000 shillings. But if they go for a card, electronic card, there will be a 10% discount. So it will reduce the passage to 4,500. And if they go for a weekly subscription, it will be half of it. So it will be half of the 5,000, so 2,500 per passage. And if a driver go for a monthly subscription, it will be 70% discount. So then the passage will be at 1,500 shillings.
Where is the yearly one? I want to pay 500 500 shillings. Rebecca, what I wanted to ask you is, when does this tolling system start?
So we're in the process of installing the system, and starting December, we'll start having dry runs, even with the public, you know, and we'll start distributing the cards as well. We want people to acquire the cards and also to get used to, you know, the tolling system. We'll be testing, and then early January next year is when we expect to launch. But between now and then, we are doing a lot of marketing. People do have a lot of questions, and we have all the answers because we've done this properly. So we are going to take this time.
We've been hearing about tolling fees for quite some years.
Quite a while. So now we are ready, and we're ready to answer all the questions and have the public move along with us, so that by January when we open, people are comfortable, you know, and we're also comfortable that the system is actually up and running.
Well, the purpose of these express or expressways is to really decongest the traffic in town and everything. Is there any worry that the tolling system may discourage people from using these roads?
I think it's expected that when you start tolling, if someone has been using something for free, we might have some people revert back to the old road. But if you remember what traffic is like on the old road, and I'm hoping, you see, and I'm hoping that people will look at the savings that you make when you use the expressway. You're moving faster, you're using less fuel, you go to the garage less, the quality of the road is better. You're able to get to where you need, you're able to predict, you know, travel time as well. So these are all the benefits that we are hoping when people see and compare, it will make them think twice about, you know, about going, you know, back to the old road. But at least we are confident that the traffic will build up. So it's normal to see a dip when we start, but as we progress and people are able to actually see the benefits, when the lights come on, it will be amazing, you know, to drive, and it's fully lit.
It's really dark at night.
Yes, there's security, you know, so when people see these things, we are hopeful that, you know, the traffic will build back up.
Are Ugandans assured to get the services they are actually paying for, Lawrence?
Definitely they are. We are already providing some emergency services, as I mentioned, but also towing services in case of any breakdown. At any time of the day or the night, our patrollers will intervene in order to secure, of course, the driver who had a breakdown, and also we provide some free towing services. So we have put a toll-free line dedicated for those type of incidents, and drivers might contact our operational control center 24/7.
There are sections of the road, maybe to you, Rebecca, there's sections of the road that are quite dangerous in terms of drainage. Are there plans to rectify these?
Yes, so we've looked into the drainage issues, and that is actually going to be rectified. There are sections when it gets rainy. I know you've seen the rainy day signposts that are up. So all that is going to be rectified with permanent solutions to ensure that that does not happen. And also, in addition to what Laura said, I wanted to add that it's a performance-based contract. So we only pay him after he has delivered and prove that he has delivered the level of service. So that's the advantage of this contract. We don't pay him in advance. We pay him after we have seen, you know, that he has met the performance standard and provided the service. So if he slips up on the service, then he's not paid. Yes.
Any emphasis you need to make?
Yeah, thank you, Rhoda. But to make sure that we meet those high expectations, we have partnered also with local partners.
Oh, yes.
So Pinnacle Security is helping us for all the traffic management, incident intervention, the patrolling. And we have also established some strong partnership with ATS Abu Bakr, the maintenance company, helping us also to maintain the carriageway and the pavement in good conditions.
Rebecca, any emphasis for you?
I think I just encourage people to ask questions. Our Twitter is active, our social media is active. Please come and ask us. It's better to get the information from us, you know, than to speculate. And we will provide good service. And also Aegis is providing local content as well. So if you go to their offices and if you go to the expressway, it's Ugandans that are actually involved in the management. So we are hoping that Ugandans will pick up on this skill and more Ugandan companies will come up that can actually do tolling because we have other roads coming in the future. Thank you, Rhoda.
You talked about the cards, just one more before we leave. How are people able to access these cards?
So the cards are going to be given out for free. We are going to establish points of sale and they'll also be available at the toll plazas. Okay. And so during the month of December, we'll allow people time to come in, you know, sign up and get a card. The first card is free. And then if you lose your card, there'll be a fee that will be communicated that you pay, you know, for replacement. But the cards are going to be free.
Thank you very much, Rebecca and Lawrence. That's it for now. You've had all the information you want. If you still need clarity, you can go on the UNRWA website and Aegis and get all that you need. I'm Rhoda. Good evening.